Good morning. Oh yeah, it is a different. Oh, really tan picture.
Wow, you're so tan.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. Look, let me fix this. This is fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like a little bit of a pain.
Yeah, I'm tired today.
But it's fun. It's fun. I was thinking, do you ever do I habitually do stupid stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Cool it before you say anything. This morning, so we've had this problem, right? We've been using this webcam for doing this, and it's not really a very good camera. Although it says it's a good camera, it just doesn't work for what we're trying to do. And I have a really nice Canon that I've been trying to get set up to where I can stream my Canon camera to my computer, and it will look super clear and all that good stuff. But the problem with that was the microphone sucks. So once I hooked up a good microphone, there was a delay between the microphone and the camera, and I know you don't care about any of this. But this morning I got up mad early. I was up at 4:45 this morning, and I knew that we had a busy morning, and before we did this, I wanted to get the camera microphone thing sorted out. And so I'm trying all kinds of things. I got this little thing. I need to figure out the microphone thing. So I got this little thing that you can talk into. It plugs into the camera. That didn't work. Then I ended up trying the regular microphone again. That didn't work. And then finally I'm like, dude, I'm just going to use the microphone on the camera, and it's going to be what it is. It's going to be sucky audio. Come to find out, the entire time in front of me on my little station, I have a microphone sitting right on there that plugs right into the camera. I know it's nobody cares. It's not really that big of a deal, but I just oh my gosh, do you ever just it's like when you have your phone in your hand, you're like, where's my phone? That's what happened to me this morning. So anyways, here's the thing. Can you guys hear us okay? I hope the audio is good because I didn't really even test it. I just shot a video. I hope you guys can hear us okay. Do you want to jump in and just see?
Yeah.
There's no delay between my lips and the thing?
I don't think so.
Oh, awesome. What do you want to talk about today? I'm still sweating for my workout, by the way.
I know. I had a really good workout. We worked out.
Wow.
We did a workout. I tried to do glutes and booty.
Yeah.
So glutes are booty.
Your favorite workout for that is what?
I don't know the name of it. With the machine.
The press.
What is it?
It's like a hip thrust machine.
Hip thrust. I knew that. But it's cool because it's a machine. Some of you fit people know this, but for those of you that don't, it's a really great butt workout. So what I'll do is some days I'll just do 35 to 45 minutes of cardio, but I'll do it at an incline. Like yesterday, I think I shared this. I did gradually incline every minute up, and it was a great workout. But if you're doing cardio and then go do weights, you have to be careful because you're really tired, So I just did, I think it was a 4.0 incline, and I walked about 3.6 for 30 minutes. And then I went and did the hip thruster. And so it's a machine where you lay down and it feels like you're going on a ride. Yeah. But you lay back, you put this belt over, and then you're basically, going up and down, and there's weight on it. So it's a really good workout for your butt.
Yep.
And I did kettlebell swings. I did with my bands. I think the bands are they're so good for your booty. So get some bands if you don't have them.
Awesome. I hate kettlebell swings.
Oh, I love them.
Oh, it's my least favorite.
I love them because it works a lot of your entire body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's why I hate it. Because everybody. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. It was good today. It's always good for me, when I feel sore myself. I'm okay, that was good. I push myself. So that's it. We're gonna jump to the shower already.
I always feel like today, we got back, and I'm just whenever I have a good workout, I don't know if it's because I'm getting older or whatever it is, but when I'm done with a good workout, now I'm I need a recovery time. I had to go in the backyard and just catch my breath, have some water, did a little bit of just quiet time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just get back into it. So.
Well, I'm tired because I woke up at 2 with bites.
Oh my gosh, is that what you were doing last night? That's right. I forgot about that.
You can't even see them now, but
2 a.m.
Oh, that's weird. They went away. No, I woke up and it was there was several on my foot. You can tell the mosquito, or maybe it was, I don't know. Now you can't see them. It's really creepy. But it was like you can tell it went up my leg, and it was like stinging and itching so bad. And we have, what is it? What's that?
Benadryl?
Benadryl. So I was like looking for it, couldn't find it. And so finally I put on, we have a first aid kit, some ointment, and I spray, it's so gross, but I spray, it doesn't smell, mosquito spray on my legs before I go to bed, because me and Gia get like eaten alive. It's horrible.
I know it's weird. The first thing that's weird, because you were up at like 2 a.m. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, what the heck's going on? You're like, oh, I'm looking for the Benadryl.
Did I say Ben? Yeah.
I'm like, what the heck? Or yeah, and I don't know where that stuff was, but I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But it's funny because I feel like the mosquitoes, like they just attack. Like I don't have like I don't know if like I'm a bad host. It makes me feel like there's something.
I think because of my lotion.
Yeah.
Because I put smelly lotion, and then even when I don't know, but it's like, okay, well, I'm gonna put bug spray on. So you guys have suggestions of what I can put on? I know I've heard things like I know Avon, I think it's Avon sells something, but something that, I guess the bug spray is fine, but anyways, it's awful. It was so uncomfortable.
No, I feel like it's
they're
like,
totally gone. That's really creepy.
have you seen that, you know that movie World War Z with Brad Pitt? I don't know if you guys have seen that one where it's like a zombie movie and there's like all the zombies, they're like running around and like they're trying to figure out how to like solve the zombie thing, and then like he ends up finding out that if you have like a terminal disease, that the zombies like won't bite you, and so because they're like bad hosts, right? And so at the end of the movie, he injects himself with like malaria or something, and then the zombies, they don't mess with him because he's a bad host. So that's what I feel like. I feel like I'm laying in bed and you're next to me, and like the mosquitoes like flying over me. I was like, nah, that guy, he's a bad host. I'm not gonna mess with him. I can go for that one over there. Oh my gosh.
Well, whatever you have, give me some of that. It's so uncomfortable. And then it scars you too, like it scars, but anyway. So I think that's why, because I had that broken up sleep. It's hard. And then I had my watch go off at 5 a.m. I had to figure it out. And then my phone go off at 6 a.m. So that was annoying.
It's fine.
But anyways. It was a
So
good
what
workout.
does Bella have going on today? She has something going on at like 12 or something?
Yeah, she has picture day. She's picture, and then she has volleyball practice. We had her orientation last night for volleyball, and it's so cool. Like, I don't know, I'm just sitting in, like, listening. There was 5 or 6 of coaches. They have I don't even know all their, like a head coach, assistant coach. They have an athlete performance guy. And and we prayed before the session. And I just so grateful. Like last night, I was just so grateful my daughter gets to go to this high school. You know, not that everything's perfect, but it was just so cool that she's able to be in such an awesome program. And they really, with their athletic program, they really want the kids to, they love the kids. Like the head director's really let me know how I want each kid. He just makes you feel valued and special. Mm-hmm. And I just really, I don't know, it was a really good meeting. I was really excited about it. And their goal for us to stay Division I, Division II, I didn't know that. Yeah. I didn't know that volleyball, anyways, I didn't know that, some schools you will play against, if you're decent and good, you can play against a lower division high school in sports, and you get, the points are up. So if you play a higher division and say you even lose a higher division, you still get really great points. Yeah. Because you're competing against someone that's better and great. I'm like, gosh, that's such a good analogy. Always try to, they want our school and that volleyball, the girls division and boys to stay in that D1. So we're always competing against really good schools.
Yeah.
I like that.
I know, it's awesome. I feel like we're this year learning a lot more about high school athletics. Yeah. Than because we, Bella's our first, right? So we don't, we're just learning all the things. And so I'm going to make a long story long. In 8th grade, Bella played volleyball for her junior high team, and she fell in love with volleyball and wanted to play all the time or whatever. And so when that season was over for the school, what happened was we wanted to get her on a club team, and we had 0 experience at this point with club teams. Well, the tryouts for the club team they had way passed by 6 months. So the club team was already going. We couldn't get her on a team. So basically what I did was in 8th grade is I went to this club and I said, I kind of like begged a bunch of moms to like talk.
Stacy too.
Yeah, we have a
Stacey's
friend who's like plugged in, and I was like, hey, can you please just, like, I need to get Bella like some sort of training. And the camps that they were doing were like really basic, like they were too basic, like she wasn't learning anything. And I asked Stacy, one of the girls that was on Bella's 8th grade team, played club volleyball for a team locally, and she's plugged in. I said, can you just talk to like the athletic director for that club that's nearby, so Bella can maybe just practice with the team? And I literally like wrote emails, I went to one of the practices, I was literally begging the coaches. I'm like, look, I'll pay her tuition. She doesn't even need to be on the roster. I just need her to practice. And so she ended up practicing with them. And then one of the girls dropped out of the program, and Bella was actually able to fill in for like the last month, which was really stinking awesome. And that was kind of like her first taste of club sports. And this is the thing. So I posted on Instagram a long time ago about Bella just crushing it last year as a freshman. In 8th grade, she wasn't bad, but she wasn't great. But the team also wasn't great. And she got like no playing time, like none. Riding the pine, and the girls who were on the court, and I know like it's like the dad thing, like, oh, my kid's better than them. But like my kid was better than some of these other kids, and she just wasn't getting any playing time. So she practiced her butt off going into 9th grade. And then in 9th grade, when she went to Lawrence Lutheran, she just like worked and worked. She would go to practice and come home and practice more, just like worked. And at the end of 9th grade, she got the MVP of the team for her frosh soft team, which was really stinking awesome. So, and then she went into a different club, and she absolutely crushed it on that team and everything else. Well, recently we shared with you guys, she tried out for a different club team, and because it's closer, and for whatever reason, she didn't make the team. And I was like shocked. Like honestly, like I could not even like believe it, because I was at the tryouts. So I saw all the girls, shocked, like literally shocked by this whole deal. So then like that was tough, right? Because she tries so hard, she worked. Like some of these girls, like they try for the club, like they don't play. Like you're not gonna make it because you don't practice. They're not volleyball players, they just try out.
Yeah.
But Bella works her butt off.
And so, yeah. I'll say some of it's politics.
So that's what we're learning, yeah.
Yeah. But we kind of talking to another mom, because I was really like, I was shocked because.
Well, share the story about the girl from her team.
Well, a girl from, so we went to another club, I mean, I don't know if I can say the name, but we went to another club, and it's rated one of the top clubs, but just, we wanted her to try something different just because of things we weren't happy with. So a lot of her team members from the last club are splitting up and trying out for different clubs. So one of the moms was traveling to Italy for 3 weeks. And so she had reached out, she was going to put her daughter actually in the same club, and said, hey, we're going to be traveling to Italy. We're going to miss the tryouts. Is there any makeup practices or something that we can do later? Because she was going to miss a practice. And basically the club that we were a part of together, they was like, no, they weren't going to help her. And so she called Balboa and said, hey, so her son plays on Balboa Bay. He's played for years. And she's like, listen, she said the same thing. We're going to be in Italy. We're going to miss the practices. I have the money. I need my daughter I'll pay you guys. I need her to have fun, to be included. So she got a spot on that club without
trying out.
And we like this girl. Bella loves her. So
and the parents are awesome too.
They're awesome. And so, but I'm just like, okay, so I'm kind of like, it's opening my eyes to kind of what happens behind the scenes. And then I talked to a mom last night, and she kind of explained what had happened, because Bella plays a very specific position, and she's like really honed in on learning that skill and developing that skill. So she's, so now she does have to get better in other areas, but I'm saying this with a non-bias, like, well, maybe it's always a little bit biased, but she practiced her so good. We were like, oh my gosh, it's the best game she's played. And as we were walking out of the auditorium, so we call it?
During tryouts,
it finished. We walked out. One of the head coaches goes, Bella, and he came out, and me and Bella both looked, and he looked at her number and like took note of that and walked back in. So I was like, oh, for sure she got a position. So I was kind of like we were both really shocked. And so one of the moms last night was explaining kind of how, so there's a certain set of girls because they didn't have very good hitters. So everything was kind of moved. So the libero was like moved, I forget which way. It was all kind of like this person who's played on club got that position instead of Bella. So we'll see.
They basically shifted positions
They
around.
shifted things. And so it is, I mean,
Here's the problem real quick. Let me just chime in for a second. This girl who was on Bella's team last year got a spot on this other team, didn't try out, and she's like Bella. It's like one of Bella's like really good friends, and the parents are amazing. It's like nothing. It's just the politics of it is what kind of sucks, because this other girl like didn't even play. Like she wasn't even hardly even on the court on the last team. So it's not that I want to say Bella, they play different positions, but when we found out like that girl got a spot on the team without even trying out, we're just like, you have to be kidding. This is a hard this is a hard conversation to have with your kid. Ultimately, to be super transparent, like I'm actually a little bit glad that it happened sophomore year, because the lesson that Bella is going to learn is you have to, the bottom line is that there's always going to be some sort of,
life's not fair.
That life's not fair, and that you have to be so good when you walk into something. I want to in everything, right? So she's learning that lesson now. And I just said, look, you have two choices. You can curl up with the ball and you can quit, or you can double down and you can go back next year or at a later tryout, and you can just be so good that they have to figure out where to put you. And those are really the only two options, just either outwork everybody or quit.
Yeah.
And so, for her, she's going to have to obviously, it's a decision that I'd like her to make, but she now has to look internally and say, what am I going to do about this, right? And so I'm thankful that's I'm kind of thankful for that struggle that she's going through.
Totally, and I think and how I want to raise the girls is you have to earn it. So it's not like everyone gets an award. We're here just because whatever the politics go into. I want her to you have to earn it's earned, and it feels better. It feels better once you earn it, and you have to work harder. She can sit there, and we as parents can get mad, upset, complain, and I think that's just such wasted energy. It is what it is. So all we're going to do is step up our game. And I think it is happening for her for a reason, because it shows her and she actually handled it really good. I mean, she was, I think she was probably she was a little confused too.
She was more upset when she found out her friend who didn't even try out made the team.
Yeah, and Bella is she's always dressed ready, shows up on time. She's just she works really, really hard to be her best, and I see her trying. She studies the game. So in the end, it's she's showing up as her best. She played phenomenal, and that's what counts. It would have been one thing if oh my gosh, she kept hitting the ball into the net. It wasn't. It was phenomenal. So I'm it's not a lack of talent. It's just a little bit maybe more so of politics, So.
Well, it reminds me of first, 8th grade she didn't play, and so because she didn't play in 8th grade, it just lit a fire for 9th grade, and she dominated her, her Frosh team. She just absolutely crushed it.
Right. Yeah.
And it was because of that, that problem it was because she didn't play in 8th grade. And so, I think about Michael Jordan not making his freshman team, and the fire that just lit, for him to come out and just dominate, and we all know how that turned out. So
well, and we also, I'm sure I told her this, but it's someone right now is working hard to take your spot. I always think of that, someone right now is don't ever, for me in my life, I always think I think rest is important, obviously, but there's someone else out there that's going to outwork you. They're that, especially the underdog who wants a spot, who has the grit. You have to be constant. And even the coach said last night, he's I'm with it was the athletic trainer. So he helps the girls with, I think, muscle or whatever. He goes, I'm only with the girls twice a day. I don't get that much time, but it's what they do on the off season. And what they do all year long is what's really going to help them. And so it's and Bella practiced a lot she's practiced a lot, the summer.
Oh yeah.
Where some girls really didn't, and they're mad that they didn't make the team. It's no, it doesn't, you get the award, for what you do on the off season.
Yeah.
So anyways,
exactly it.
Yeah.
But we're learning kind of all that stuff about the club stuff, and we're just kind of late to the game. I mean, it'll be nice because Gia now can kind of go through the process and understand what's happening, but also even the high school stuff, high school sports, your friend, I can't remember what are their names? What's your friend was talking about her son's in baseball, all the politics around the baseball stuff.
Oh, Nicole.
Nicole, yeah, and all the kind of the politics around playing time and all that stuff. Remember all the gnarly
Yeah.
stuff, like the dad.
She's not, I don't want to say her last name. Just
Yeah,
because-
whatever.
But
But
she
it's
was
crazy
saying that.
some of the stuff that goes on in high school sports.
Yeah.
Is crazy, dude. That you don't realize it's happening until like you get there. You're like, oh my gosh.
And some of you that have older kids are probably like, yeah, I know
Yeah,
this happens.
duh.
But we're just like, oh, people are like that. Like she said, because her son's really good, but the dad that was like filming, there's a dad that films the entire thing, like actually cut out. His son was trying out for the same position, and like he cut out a slide.
The team had like a highlight reel.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so what one of the dads would do is his dad was one of the dads would do is his son would catch a highlight, like we made a rad play, he would go into the highlight reel and cut that out so the kid couldn't have like that highlight to show to.
Oh, that stuff just fires me up.
Can you believe
know,
somebody would do that? It's crazy.
But it always ends up to bite people in the butt. I think it's like, that person with the talent and the grit and the hard work, they'll always come up on top. And this is what, and Jared will tell you, like, people that try to cheat the system, like with anything, like they try to buy followers or try to
Those people are the worst.
and then all of a sudden you're like, okay, all of a sudden you have like 800 likes, and yesterday you had 20.
Yeah, 1,000 likes and like one comment.
Buy followers or cheat the system to get a rank, or
Doesn't work.
it literally drives me nuts. Like I lose respect for those people because that's not how the world works. Like there is no glory in that, I just like allow yourself to learn and be part of the journey and becoming your best version. Don't cheat your way there. You're gonna learn nothing. You're just gonna learn. You're just absolutely. I'm just not that person.
And growth comes from the struggle, so
It
you gotta
does.
go through it.
Yeah, just like you can't cheat your way to building muscle and working out. You can't, I mean, I guess some people are cheating it with.
It reminds me of like those guys. You ever see the guys who have like the big, like they like put like they inject stuff into their arms and they have like these big like things in their neck.
Yeah, we knew someone like that who like
something.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Or we knew someone that just show up in sandals at the gym. It's like, what are you like? What?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think just with everything, even health wise, it's like everyone's trying to find a quick fix.
Oh, like the shot. Everyone's doing the shot.
I think it is for people that have health and it's for people with diabetes. But I'm just like, you are just cheap. Like, first of all, you can see it in your face. Second, what are you? That's something that good will not last. Like there are side effects. I hear people throwing up. Like, isn't it better just to like learn healthy habits so that way you don't have to yo-yo your entire life? Like, what is the? Anyways, I've tried all that. I did that. I got the Xenadrin to stop eating, and like that, it works for a short period, man.
Cabbage soup diet. Just try the cabbage soup.
I did all of it. It's just like
It's the weirdest one.
I don't know. You know me. I'm such a huge advocate for our program. Just like it works if you follow it. People like it didn't work for you because you didn't follow the program. It only works for people who follow the program and don't eat ice cream and chips. Well, no, I'm not saying you, but it's just
I get it.
People just everyone wants this immediate satisfaction. And it's easy to start. It's easy, and this is what I kind of tell my team. Now I'm good on this. We'll end soon. But it's easy to start. Everyone, day one, it's easy. It's easy. I'm going to start this, 75 hard. I'm going to start going to F45. I'm going to start going to Orange Theory. And it's like, that's great. And I think it's important to stay accountable and to put yourself. Years ago, I said, I knew that if I'm going to put myself out there, that I was going to follow through. I didn't care what it tastes like, what I had to do. I was going to follow through. And so people, if you don't have this, I'm going to do it no matter what. And usually we say, find a motivation. Go buy a pair of jeans that are small. Go, some people have a wedding or whatever. Some people go to the doctors and they're like, you need to do something because you are not going to live long. Like that, it just, we have excess amount of fat. At some point that will catch up. At some point, all the stuff you're eating will catch up. So anyways, the hard part is the middle. The hard part is the redundant. It's the boring. It's the eating the same thing over and over. It's working out every single day and not seeing results for right away, but you will see it. So I tell people, change your mindset, announce day one. Don't just keep focused on you, stay in your lane, do what you can, and then let's see the results, I don't know how I was sharing that.
I know.
About
The
immediate
quick fix,
satisfaction.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's what that's the problem is people will try, you know, it's boring or I'm tired, I want this. Yeah, that's why you keep yo-yoing, because you're not willing to sacrifice things and give up certain foods to gain something incredible. If people would only follow through, it's like, do you know what I mean? It's like
I
that
do.
middle part. People get bored.
A lot of times the problem with people, you
That was really
know, in me as well, is like when the problem is when things get lopsided, right? So, for example, like if you put on, you know, and this is me, right? So if I have like 40 pounds to lose, okay, well, I have like 40 extra pounds of fat that got there by making bad choices, or just making choices and not really thinking about what the kind of the consequences would be, right? So if you put on 40 extra pounds, that happens like 1 ounce at a time, right? Over time. So the problem is that once you have this extra weight, you're now lopsided. You have to like counteract that. Like even if you just said, okay, well, starting today, I'm going to stay flat, it wouldn't matter. You would still stay at 40 pounds overweight. You actually have to go into that deficit. And that's the hard part for people, because that deficit requires sacrifice.
Yeah.
So people don't want to make that sacrifice to go backwards. The thing is that once you create habits that will build in that deficit, over time, you just drop. And then once you get to a point, like I got a buddy of mine, this guy is, dude, he's ridiculously shredded. I mean, the skin on his, like, it doesn't, he looks like,
I know exactly what you're talking about.
he looks like just like a muscle with like paper skin. It's like, and he's like 50, I don't know, he's in his early 50s. He's in ridiculous shape. And I'm always talking to him about, you know, like what he's eating and his kind of supplementation and all these things. And he goes, to be honest with you, he goes, I just kind of, for me now, it's just easy because I just kind of maintain. And that's the thing, it's actually easy to maintain. It's easy to not gain weight, right? Like you lose weight and it's easy to maintain that. But if you're already up here, when you maintain, you just stay flat. So you have to go backwards and get down, which means you have to make sacrifices. And that's the stuff that people don't want to do, me included. You think I want to give up ice cream? I'm further this belly. I'm Italian. You think I want to give up pasta, dog? I want to give up pasta. But the reality is that that's what you have to do. You have to make sacrifices, get to where you want to be, and then in that space you can